Hi guys, and welcome to the Couch Crocheter, episode 26. 3 finished objects and 1 WIP. Hi guys, and welcome back to episode 25 of the Couch Crocheter. I just want to show you 2 things that I was really excited about getting done these last couple of days, and then another one that I've been putting off for a while and that I finally finished up. So the first one I'm going to show you is the one that I have been putting off for a while, and I'm going to insert a picture here of it. In previous episodes, I don't know if you guys remember, but I had made 4 panels for ginormous pillows, and then I finally found the pillows, and I did show you one. So I did finish the pillowcase of the other one, and I did end up using the Karen anniversary cake leftovers to sew it up all around, and then made a I think just a double crochet border. So they are all done, and I'm very excited and happy because I think it just adds warmth and yumminess to my headquarters. So the second one that I won't go over the super excited one next. I'll go over the other one. So in the last episode, I shared with, oh no, actually the last 2 episodes, I think. I shared with you guys that I was asked to make YIPYIPs before Christmas. So I did finish YIPYIP number 2. So here he is. I don't know why these make me giggle, but they do. So here's number 2. So again, I still have to attach the eyeballs and antennas, but I want to do that very last because I still have one more to make, and that's going to be a purple one. So hopefully the next finished object video will be all 3 YIPYIPs all hanging up in a row. And I'll just go over the specs with you guys of the yarn that I used. And I finally did find out where I'd gotten the pattern. So it was Yarnspirations Bernat Blanket. This colorway, the green one, was Misty Green. I didn't use quite a full skein, even though the antennas, or the, what are they called? Tentacles. Even though the tentacles are a little long, I did not use a whole skein. One skein has 220 yards. It is machine washable and dryable. The pattern that I got it off of was, I originally found it on YouTube, and then she does have a link to print out the pattern. She has one for both crochet and knitting. So you're going to find it on Harriet's Crochet, and then the link is down in the description box. And I'll also leave the link down below as well, so you can check it out in case you wanted to do a YIPYIP. So yeah, that's it. Oh, and it's called Easy YIPYIP Storage Bags. So that's it for the YIPYIP. So the last one that I wanted to show you guys that I am super, super excited about, and I swore, okay, first you have to know, like, I don't like to do 2 things of anything. Like if they're matching, like 2 gloves, or, you know, on amigurumi sometimes they have like 2 legs, 2 arms, 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 cheeks, 2, like, I just like to have a project and just go, go, go with it. I'm not necessarily a big person on sewing either. Like if I wanted to sew, I would have taken up sewing. So I don't like to sew, which is why I took up crocheting. So I don't like things with too many parts, and I don't like things that have to be matchy-matchy because the gauge is sometimes off. It's going to depend on your mood. It's going to depend on the day. It's just, you know, you can rip it out 5 times and one still be bigger than the other. But this year's all about going out of my comfort zone and trying new things and just getting over stuff. So, guys, I'll go over the yarn first. I'm holding off here, you know, drawing up the suspense. So the yarn that I made it out of was a Caron chunky cake. I did use half of a skein because I ended up, actually half of the cake, I'm sorry. I ended up using the same yarn left over, like the scrap that was left over from the, Crystal from Bagoday's crochet chunky neck cowl number 269. So I made that cowl, and then I added the fringe, and then I still had yarn left over because I had ended up having to bust into the second cake in order to do the fringe. So this is actually left over from the second cake. Okay, back to what I was reading. Okay, so the color that I used was Purple Perfume, and the cake does have 280 grams, 9.8 ounces, 297 yards, or 271 meters. It is 100% acrylic, and it is a super bulky number 6. The hook that I ended up using, which was recommended on the pattern, and I believe also the label, they are machine washable and dryable, which is awesome. And I definitely checked that out before I made these items, because I do want them to be washable. I want to be able to just throw them in the wash, because I do imagine they're going to get a little dirty. They're going to get a little, you know, I don't want to say scuffed up because it's yarn. You can't really scuff yarn, but it's going to get worn. We'll just say that. So the person that I got the YouTube video off of was Stephanie Zeed. And the name of the pattern is Crocheted House Slippers. Guys, I made slippers. All that just to tell you I made slippers. So here they are. And I'll show you a picture of what they look like on my feet. And right here, I'll insert a picture. So one did turn out a little bit bigger than the other. And again, I know it's because like tension and the mood and like, you know, what you were doing at the time and how much you were concentrating, which is why I usually don't like to make pairs of things. But I love them. And here they are. I love the way that the color turned out too, because they're matching. If you notice, like each of them has like a colored tip, and then like, you know, this much of the middle, and then these parts, the sole is another color, and then the cuff part is all another color. And it just happened to work like that. I did not color control these whatsoever. It just happened to be like that. So I found, you know, I had scrap yarn left over, and I was scrolling through, and I'm like, you know, what can I do with the little bit of yardage that I think that I had left over? And I saw these and I was like, no way, I'm not going to do them. Like, no way. Like, I'm not going to do slippers. I'm not going to do 2 of something and it's going to frustrate me. But I just plowed through them. Like, it took me, I think, 2 hours to do both of them. And once you got, you know, the pattern down and how it was supposed to work, it really worked up fast. And you didn't have to think about it at all. And it's just front or regular crochets and then front loop double crochets. So regular double crochets and front loop double crochets. They fit amazing. Now one is bigger than the other, and like I said, it's not by much. So if you measure it out and flatten them, it's by like that much, like half of a finger. And this cuff is a little tighter on me than this cuff. So it's not even that, you know, I messed up the pattern. It's just, you know, this is what happens sometimes when you make 2 of everything. So these are this is why I came to headquarters today to shoot this video, because I could not wait another couple days to show you guys these. I was super duper excited, and I just had to come up here and share them with you right away. So while I was here, and since I only have one of these, I thought I would share my work in progress with you. So the yarn that I used is Sweet Roll Premier. It is 100% acrylic. It is a 4-weight, number 4. The hook recommended size is a 9. The needle recommended size is also a 9. It is machine wash, cold, tumble dry. 245 yards, 224 meters, 5 ounces, or 140 grams. And this colorway is Cherry Swirl. So I got this stitch from, I'm not following a pattern per se. I'm following a tutorial of a stitch. And that person that I got it off of is, Hooked by Robin. Oh, I love her. I can watch all of her tutorials. Like, she breaks it down just like Crystal does, and just like Jada does, and just like Mikey does from the Crochet Crowd. Who else I get a lot of patterns from? Oh, Nastasia, she breaks it down. Like, I feel like they break it down elementary style where it does not leave me guessing. Like, I know exactly where I need to go, how many times. I love how they do their videos, and I love, so far, the written patterns of the ones that I've been able to see. Anywho, it is called the Crocheted Rice Stitch / Very Easy One Row Repeat. So after I finished the slippers, I realized that I didn't have any yarn, and it was really, really yucky out yesterday, and I didn't feel like coming up to headquarters because it was raining and it was storming and I was just tired, and it was one of those like gray blue days where you really don't want to get out of bed and you just want to eat marshmallows and drink like coffee or hot chocolate like all day, maybe topped with some chocolate cake with some peanut butter icing. Anywho, so I didn't want anything that I had physically had to think about when I was done the slippers, and I did not feel like coming up to headquarters and getting the purple yarn to start another YIPYIP, which then I still had to think about. So I just grabbed this from my yarn stash at home. I do have one big tote still at home for these emergency situations where you finish a project and you have no other yarn or no other work in progress going on. I just grabbed one of these out of the totes. I blind grabbed. I was just, not one of the totes. It is only one tote, but it's just a very big one. So I went in and I just blindly grabbed out, and this is what I chose. Then I was looking through and I was like, you know, what's something that I could learn on the fly, I could use for a lot of other things, and something new that I don't have to think about. And I found this one, the rice stitch. So here it is. And I'll show you a picture of the progress up close so you can see the detail in it, because it is a front post double crochet, back post double crochet, front post double crochet, back post double crochet. When you do your starting chain, no matter what it is, it just has to be an odd number. At the ends, you chain one, turn your work, and half double crochet in that same stitch, and then your first ongoing stitch should always be a front post double crochet. So you don't have to think about it because it tells you what you need to do. Like, you just, you know, it tells you what you need to do. If it's an outie, then it needs to be an innie. If it's an innie, then you need to be an outie, or a front post or a back post. I call them innies and outies. That's okay. So I'm not sure exactly what this is going to be. I was thinking, because I do have 2 skeins of it, of seeing how long I could make it, maybe thinking like pocket shawl, and then adding like another kind of like brighter pink to it, or maybe some burgundy to it. Or if I only want to do 1 skein, or cake, I'm sorry, honey, it's a cake. If I only wanted to do 1 cake, then maybe I was thinking of, and I got the idea from Crystal from Bagoday. She has a couple of these with different stitches within them. I forget how she does it, but it ends up, and I did one of hers, and maybe that's why, because I didn't do any more. And usually when I find something I like, I do multiples so it sticks in there. I found it and I only did 1, and I don't have it anymore. It sold right away. So you stick 1 flap over the other flap, and then you sew this flap together and this flap together, and it kind of makes like a triangle, and you can either set it right in front or off to the side, or, you know, off to the way, like shoulder side. Anywho, so I think I'm gonna adapt that with this stitch. I'm gonna see how that looks, and if I don't like it, then I'll just keep going to make it maybe a scarf or a wrap. I do have 1 more cake of this in the grab box. So if I don't like how it looks as that thing that Crystal has on her channel, and I'll find that thing that I'm talking about and I'll link it below, because I don't remember what it's called and I don't have it anymore. And at that time I was not keeping track of my progress. I was just crocheting. So that will be linked down below where I got the concept, but I'm going to do it with this rice stitch that I got from Hooked on Robin. Alrighty guys, that's all I have to show you, and the only last thing I'm going to do is do my reading from Journey to the Heart, January 2nd. Map out your own journey. Go on your own journey. Don't let others hold you back. Don't hold them back. Don't judge their journey, and don't let them judge yours. All persons are free to have the experiences their souls lead them to. Many of us start our journey by having the experiences others thought we should. Some of us tried to delegate the lessons and adventures to others too. This causes pain and confusion for all. Learning these lessons, the lessons of setting each other free, become an important part of your journey. But now we are on to a new part. Pack your bags. Give out the map. Don't worry about where you'll go or what you'll see. Go where your heart leads. Your soul knows why. It will speak quietly through the voice in your heart, your wisdom, your intuition. Listen to the voice, the quiet voice within that assures you that you're safe. You will meet and learn from everyone you need to along the way. Don't limit your own experiences. Don't limit the experiences of those you love or those you meet along the way. Start today to follow your heart. Map out your own journey. Have the adventure of a lifetime. All right, guys, that's it. Have a great day. Be safe and stay groovy. Bye.